So now we're going to get more into the data analysis plan. What is it? Why is it? What's important about it? So the data analysis plan helps define what variables we need. By variable, we mean questions. So what questions do we need, and then how will we analyze those questions? What the plan does is help direct us so that we know we're asking need to know questions and not nice to know. If survey length is so important to us, we need to make sure that we're really getting to those need to know questions and not putting too much time into the nice to knows. We want our survey research to be actionable. So by thinking about the data that we need to meet the objectives, we are going to prioritize what goes in the survey and what's not a priority, what should not be in the survey. Oftentimes, you're going to have people internally, your clients or your other team members, who say, hey, while you're out there doing this, can you just add this question in too? Hopefully, when you're armed with all the data about survey length and data quality, you'll be able to push back a little bit on that and make sure you're using question space wisely and more effectively to meet the objectives of the research plan. Having the documentation really helps for that. Okay, so we're going to look at an example of a data analysis plan. And there's one of these in the bonus resources in the portal as well. The format that you use in practice may not look like this. It might be called something else. It could be bullet points and not a table format. It may not be as detailed as this, but it's important that you have a plan in some form. Have the conversation with project stakeholders, document it before it's too late. Ideally, you're going to have this before before the pricing of your project is set, before the timeline is set, but you definitely want to have this before you start writing your questions. How are you going to use this data? Who's going to see it? What types of things, outputs are going to be required? If you were not given something like this or it doesn't exist, you should take some time, digest the research objectives, and put one together and have some folks review it and say, okay, this is what I think we're supposed to be doing in the analysis. This is what I think will meet the objectives. Do you agree, disagree? Am I missing something? And then you have that to start from. You'll want to know, do the results to this need to be cut by demographic groups? Do you need to look at top 2 box scores, averages? Are there calculations that need to be done? That type of thing. Is this data going to get merged with some other data set somewhere else? Knowing that ahead of time will help you make the right choices.